Woohoo! Today we're going to talk about how to classify your battery according to the EU battery regulation. This is actually the first step you need to do so that you understand what kind of regulations is applicable to you and also the timeline, because it differs a little bit depending on in which category your battery falls. The trick here is that battery regulation classification is a little bit if not, So you have to do the things in a certain order to make sure that your battery ends up in the right classification. So I have actually done a decision tree. I'm very proud of this. It took me some time to think about all the cases that I would share with you. And if you want it, you can always reach out and we will send it to you. Okay, so it's very much about whether or not your product is a vehicle, because they really want to target all these light means transportation like scooters and e-bikes and those things, as well as the electric cars, of course. So that's where you have to start. You have to look at, is the battery in a road vehicle, of category L, M, N, O? If you work with road vehicles, you know which categories these are. It could also be that a battery is in a wheeled vehicle for non-industrial use cases. So, for example, if you buy an off-road motorcycle, or if you have an e-bike or an e-scooter or something, they belong here. If you buy a snowmobile, it's not wheeled, so then it doesn't belong here. Then it's actually classified as like off-road machinery, which is seen as an industrial use case. Also, like lawn tractors and things like that are seen as industrial use cases. And then it should not be in this. Then the statement is not true and you should not go to yes. Okay, if your battery is in, any of these statements are true, so it's in a road legal vehicle or it's in a wheeled vehicle for non-industrial use, then you go up here, yes, it is. Okay, then is the battery used to move the vehicle forward, to actually power the vehicle? If it's yes, then the next question is, does it weigh more than 25 kilos? We're talking about sealed batteries here. So does it weigh more than 25 kilos? Yes, then it's an electric vehicle. No, then it's a light mean of transportation. And this is quite important. So if you are on the border here between, it might be worth trying to reduce that weight of your battery to get into the LMT category, because EV has the toughest requirements and toughest timeline by far, which makes sense because that's the biggest volume of batteries, right? Or mass of batteries, I should say. Okay, if the battery in your vehicle is not used to power your vehicle forward, then it belongs to this category, starting, lightning, and ignition. Here you also have batteries then used for auxiliary things or for, the lights, etc. This is a category that, these type of batteries are actually in petrol cars as well, so it's not new. They have a much milder regulation. Okay, so then we go to if any of these statements below are true. No, it's not actually, because I do a forklift, for example. Okay, then the question is the use case industrial? Yes, because I do a forklift. Yeah, then it's an industrial battery. Okay, but the use case is not industrial. I actually do a portable consumer electronic device. So no. Okay, but then the next question is, does the battery weigh more than 5 kilo? Because even if it is a non-industrial use case, but it's heavier than 5 kilo, it's still going to be classified as an industrial battery. So the only way you're going to get into the portable category is that you are not an industrial use case, you don't do off-road machinery, and you weigh less than 5 kilos. Okay, so there are actually 5 categories of batteries. It's the electric vehicle, the light means of transportation, the SLI, starting, lightning, ignition, industrial, and portable. Important thing is to start, sorting out if it's a vehicle, and then if it's industrial, the rest will fall out. And there are, of course, corner cases like forklifts and snowmobiles, lawn tractors, etc. But I'm sure you'll figure it out. And please feel free to subscribe, to like, to comment, to reach out if you want to have these decision trees, because we're happy to share. Have fun!